Yo. Happy Halloween, guys. I have a guest here tonight. Couldn't think of an actual song to play on the intro, so I was like, fuck it. We can go without. I guess we'll go ahead and slam that into the chat. Anyway, work was a motherfucker, was it not? How was work for you, buddy?
And it was fantastic. Fuck that. It was fantastic, man.
You said that one dude sent you really far out?
Man, the last little run that went on, man. I had to go. The bridge town jump, man. I don't like going out there.
Yeah.
Just too far, man. For a little bit of nothing. Now, the first run I went out there, man, and gave it the wrong address, they kind of made up. But I would have been like,
Could they feel your emotions through the phone?
Man, he heard me, I was grumbling, man. I was grumbling
disgruntled.
when he walked in the door. Yeah, I was grumbling, man. I was like, man, he ain't been coming all the way out here, man, for $2. When I looked at it, when I made it, I clicked over this to see how much they were gonna give me, cause he was already coming outside.
Yeah.
I clicked over, I seen the $2, man. I instantly went off.
Smoking's bad. Happy Halloween there, Jade.
Happy Halloween.
Did you go trick-or-treating tonight and get some candy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a good little stash.
What is your outfit tonight?
I am a Madame Steampunk, so...
Steampunk Madame?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I remember those days. I would go trick-or-treating, get candy.
It's been a while since I've dressed up. It's been years.
Yeah. I guess when you get older, it gets a lot different.
Well, the kids had fun, and they wore themselves out, so...
Yeah.
Although they were hyped up on candy and driving Mom crazy for a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't see any trick-or-treaters. I mean, I know they were out there. Maybe I'd missed them from earlier, but... There is so many fucking Halloween specials going on. I didn't want to be that guy to say, oh, I'm filming on Halloween, just like every other tuber. It just happened to fall on a Saturday, and I guess it was fitting, because I usually go...
And it's a full moon.
Yeah, I saw that. A full moon, yeah.
A blue moon.
Is there any kind of mysticism or powers with that associated?
This is the wolf moon.
Huh. Jeremy the chat, what up to you?
I
He
believe.
says he has not costumed up since 14. He must have dressed up like Batman.
Yes, complete stash, Jeremy. Some king-size Skittles and stuff. And Reese's. Lots and lots of Reese's. So what's up with Jeff, man?
Jeff, what'd it do?
Man, am I allowed to say shit?
He pleads the fifth, everybody.
I'm just talking, man. Just tired, man. I've been up dashing, man, for like forever.
Yeah, so what time did you say you stopped last night?
It was 3. It was 3.
Oh my gosh.
3 in the morning. I said, you are fucking crazy.
Nah, it kind of ended off in a sweet deal, man, where I got me a free 10-piece.
That's not a sweet deal. Sitting in drive-thru for 2 hours and then getting free food is not a sweet deal.
Well, I don't know,
ate
man.
good.
It's hot mustard. If there's
I got
hot
paid.
mustard, if there's hot mustard and fries, we're good.
I ate good and got paid.
I feel like we're missing something here. I mean, other than we not doing a song. What the hell's going on? Where is everybody? Am I even live on the internet?
You are live.
There's not a single fucking viewer in the house.
I got one.
Got Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, the one.
Everybody's probably drinking after taking their kids out, man. They're like, oh, man, I've had enough of this night.
Yeah, everybody's out doing their own.
Or sitting at home. Like, God, I'm so glad this is over.
I feel useless right now. Who the hell? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, look at the number down there. For a great time, call 901-250-5110.
Call into the show.
Call into the show. We've never done this before. This number is not going to be active after tonight, so this is a one kind of time deal only. Oh yeah. She froze anyway. Look at it. He's like, see why I don't do that? Because of shit like that. When I robot. Sanitizer. What are we
sanitizing the show?
Are we keeping our social distancing? Is that what this is?
I gotta keep my sanitizer bottle around me. If I ain't got it, I gotta keep it around me, man.
Well, do you have it?
Nah.
Ah, see, you don't even have it. This is bullshit.
I ain't got it, man. Cause
are you gonna be okay? Get on the internet? Like, you gonna be in trouble or anything? Tell me that story. What happened when the girl said she had your clothes? What'd you say happened to him?
Hey.
You said little checks was falling out. Was your Nike checks cut off the clothes? Tell us about it.
Shit wasn't right.
Let's just say there was a scorned female out there. Hold on, here comes Jade. And the way he was explaining to me, he said, she said, hey, I dropped off clothes at your door, or they were in a bag outside. He said, what, you thought they were outside her house or something?
Yeah, I thought they was outside her house. I walked outside my door.
They were at your door, right?
My door. And I ain't paying no attention to the bag. I got it, took it in the house. I ain't really just looked through the bag to see what was all in there till maybe about 45 minutes to an hour later. Something say we'll just look and see what else she put in there. I go to look at my clothes, man. I pull out the t-shirt. It's like ripped, torn, cut up. I'm like, well, it's just one shirt.
You thought it was something had happened to the shirt, right? Like there was a hole that maybe got ripped or something.
Yeah, I'm just thinking it was just like one shirt or whatever. So I get to pull out something else and I pull out a pair of pants and it's like legs.
My camera is messing up, sorry.
Everywhere, man. So I like, damn. She cut my pants legs up on my pants.
Cut up my damn jabots.
So, oh my God.
No.
So here's
what kind of pants were they? Ralph Lauren?
Nah, it was just a Levi, man. But here's the best part about it though. When I go to put out my next t-shirt, man, I see something fall on the floor.
What was it? A Nike check? You said a Nike check fell off on the ground?
We'd rather not discuss that poo on record.
Oh my God.
So yeah. She straight up fucking murked his clothes. Killed his clothes.
Man, killed him.
That's crazy.
So it's safe to say you guys are working on things now, or
who working on what?
You and
what are we working on?
Rebuilding your wardrobe?
Man, I gotta do that on my own, man.
Did you tell her you owe me money for these clothes you cut up? Did you say that, or is that the price you gotta pay for the game?
I didn't even mention it to her that I seen all of it.
Oh.
I didn't even mention it, man. I just let it ride.
Oh.
Man, I let it ride.
What ride? That's crazy shit.
I think he's gonna leave her the hell alone.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Because if she's gonna cut up his shit, then yeah, I wouldn't.
Don't fucking destroy somebody's shit, okay? You can be mad. You can fucking say whatever you want. Don't.
That'll push him away. I think.
Don't fucking destroy nobody's stuff.
If that didn't, if cutting up the clothes didn't, what landed on the floor did.
What, you didn't want to say what it was that fell on the floor?
No, man. I'd rather not discuss the poo, man.
The what?
The poo.
There was shit in there?
The poo.
You think it was like from an animal, like a dog or something?
I really don't know.
Hopefully it wasn't from her.
I hope not.
Oh, God.
Man,
what
that
is
would
she?
be
Did you check the other clothes for any smears of brown on there?
Nah. I didn't. Nah, once if I didn't try to go into. I didn't look deeper into the situation.
You just throw the whole bag away at that point?
Yeah, wasn't nothing I could do with it, man. So
Yeah, I'll throw that shit away.
leave that for the birds.
I didn't know what you were saying.
Oh, you. Oh.
I thought you said Pumas, like there was a Puma logo. Like
no, not Pumas.
he said, "Do."
Do.
Well, I mean, that's pretty psychotic. If you
Man,
ask
what
me.
you talking about, man? I never thought it'd get. I never thought it'd get that deep.
Oh, I see now. You would put sanitizer. I can see it in the chair.
Yeah,
the actual
yeah.
bottles.
Yeah, I put sanitizer on.
It's
there,
pretty
man.
nice.
Got to sanitize the show, man.
You're all on lockdown status.
Man, who TP? Who TP'd the house, man? Somebody TP in the house?
Yeah, that's why I was wondering.
Yeah, man.
That's why I was wondering. Like, did she wipe her ass with your fucking clothes? That would be shitty.
Man,
Literally.
Hey, said she dropping landmines in the threads, man.
In your threads. Man.
Yeah, cold hearted, man.
Was it a cold game, you said?
Hey, cold blooded. I never thought a female would do that, man.
What is up, Jake? You want to come up or are you at work? We're having some panel problems out of the lady. Yeah, I just thought I planned this hours ago when I was feeling a lot more energetic. Well, shit, you get to the end of the damn night and now you feel like crap, you know? Me and this guy, we drive. I'm always bumping into him on the road. I don't know what it is. What did he say? He went driving today. And then he calls me to let me know he'd already went driving. And then he said, I'm going to go, drive for a few more hours. What'd you say? You said you're about to what? Slip your hands into my fucking pockets, my money or some shit. What'd you say earlier? I was like, what the hell?
Man, I'm about to dip in your pockets.
Yeah, I'm about to dip into your pockets, player. That's what it means when your coworker's trying to work the same shift as you.
I did take my head off and check on the kids. I didn't want everybody having to walk through the house, you know.
Yeah. So, I thought Halloween was canceled this year.
Nope.
I had one delivery. These people, they had their car parked at the street with the trunk open. They had it all decorated with cobwebs and stuff like that. And yeah, trick-or-treaters could walk up to the trunk, get the candy, and then go about your business because technically that's stopping them from having to go up the driveway to the front door, which this whole pandemic, I guess you don't want a lot of strangers walking up to your door like that.
Well, I came across
happen.
Set up like they had candy on the table with inside of a plastic bag, Ziploc baggie, already pre-bagged.
Yeah.
Or they would slide it down the table to you, like a little game.
Yeah. I think the reason why the show's so quiet is I didn't play a song. I couldn't think of.
You didn't play any music, man.
I know. I never did get to do this.
Or
y'all want to check this out?
Let's see.
Don't you hate when people run those? That's the most annoying shit ever. Because then they'll play that. Then they'll turn around and they'll play an intro. It's like, man, by the time the fucking show starts, you're done wasted 6, 7, 8 minutes.
How long is the show?
Let's look at some of these graphics. I really, really wish this one would have turned out nice. That was the thumbnail for the YouTube thing. I settled on that. It looks a little cheap, but did you guys see in the corner right there the little jack-o'-lantern?
Cheesy, man.
I
That's the
love
icon.
them.
Instead of the Kree, you get the jack-o'-lantern. See, I was all Halloweened out. Let's see if we can do this. I didn't
Happy
want to
Halloween,
change that.
Brian.
But yeah, I named it Halloween because, man, this
There
whole
was no.
year's been
Speaking
fucking
of deep
hell.
brain, there was no Halloween this year.
Should have had it. You should have had an A.
That I'm
Well, you
aware
really
of.
can't.
Halloween.
It sucks.
Thanks, COVID. Fuck you too.
What's up, Deep Brain? Happy Halloween to you too.
Yes.
Yeah, so Sam, Deep Brain, while you're here, Sam put together this thing. Is that in relation to anything, or because I seen it said after party or something? So I would like to hear. All right, I got another guy coming on. This is Mr. Best.
Hey!
What up?
It's been a while since
What
we
is
all seen each
up?
other.
Happy Halloween, guys.
That was a surprise. I didn't know he was coming on.
Oh, you must have not seen the chat.
No, I didn't. I was busy talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, did you all trick or treat over there, man? Like, is it allowed?
Allowed, yes. Our kids did not. Our foster kids did with their dad. So
Okay.
it's been a chill, very relaxed, laid back night. It's been really good. How's things for you guys? You guys go out?
I did with the kids.
I worked.
I'm in my costume. I don't know if you've seen the introduction of the costume. I took my hat off.
You had a hat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, damn. I forgot about that. Yeah, you had the hat.
I have a
I had to take it off.
Right on. What kind of what is your outfit?
It's Madame Steampunk.
Okay, D-Brain.
Damn
Okay.
Steampunk. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I should have played that shit for the opening.
It's like
I
old
See, I
school.
tell you what. My brain's everywhere.
I went as Midwestern dad.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You put up what D Brain said right there?
Yeah. So
So
that
don't
was
worry.
his thing.
Things planned for 2021.
Oh, that's a treat. The Korean Dark Hills Gang interview.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man.
Wait. Is Cree gonna make a comeback? That's what I need to know.
You know,
Wouldn't
I
that be
don't
awesome?
have to be
I didn't ask you if you had
troublesome.
to.
I wouldn't mind seeing something.
Man, I really hate being asked questions like that, Jake, because it's like I don't want to let down the friends and the fans of the whole thing.
It would at least be cool to do like something small.
Yeah, maybe I'll invest in doing a song maybe once every 6 months or something. Just
You know what you should do is you should be like P. Diddy and just show up in everybody's videos in the background
and just dance.
and then like feature on a song or two and then become like a multi-billion-dollar producer.
Yeah.
Oh, they said they need D Brain said they need Cree on a new track.
Listen, I mean, when we did Shadows, I felt like that was so hardcore. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if I could even top Shadows. I loved that song.
Shadows was good.
I should have played that motherfucker tonight. What the hell's wrong with me, guys?
You know
It's
what,
not
though?
too late. This isn't over yet.
Your verse in the Bloody River Records cipher was fire also.
Yeah, I
So,
played that on the
don't
last.
sell yourself short.
Yeah. Yeah. Pete. I don't even know how to dance.
Well, you know how to
I would
dance.
almost pay to see that.
Jeff, can you dance?
No, I don't do no dance.
I know he can. He's just bullshitting. Yeah, Jake. Do you remember Indecisive? They used to be on some of the tracks of the CDs I've sent out.
Sure,
This is
yeah.
him. This is that guy.
Oh, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
This is the other half of when I'd got my studio put together and we all started rapping and shit. Well, not started, but
Yeah, Indecisive was actually one of the guys that helped intro your first
yeah.
album, right?
Yeah. And then I did some on his, and we're gonna do some work tonight. He wants to record something tonight, so I'm gonna record him after this show. We'll see what he's got cooking in the kitchen.
No,
Look at Deaver.
No,
Come
what's
on,
that?
What movie they come out for? You like, oh, I got some.
What's that? Something you tell him? Say, if you want this beef, I got the whole kitchen. Who said that? Yeah. Sorry, this is so boring, guys. I'm my energy is dead at the end of the fucking day.
Dude, it's been a long week.
I know, my God.
Long week.
You guys,
I'm just happy October's over.
2020. It's been a long year.
Dude, I had to put a 19-year-old on his fucking ass the other night. A boy. A fucking teenage boy. I had to fucking put his ass on the ground.
Well, now he was 19. He was a teenage man.
Teenage man, yeah. Pretty much.
Yep. His behavior was erratic and he had to be controlled. Not controlled. What's the word I'm looking for? Contained.
Struggle, snuggle.
He had to be contained.
Did you
And
say
who?
protect yourself before you wreck yourself?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Short
What
story.
happened?
I can't tell.
Oh,
Just know that it was necessary.
it's like
and-
that. Huh?
It's like I'm not making it public.
Okay.
Oh shit! All right. It sounds to me, and I'm just guessing, but it sounds to me like somebody made a pass at old Jaded there.
No.
Oh, no.
Jake, I'll tell you later.
But that's none of my business.
I'll tell you later. It was nothing like that. Just stupid teenage boys doing stuff they shouldn't be doing, and sometimes you have to fucking put a stiff fire under their ass, and sometimes it means putting them in their place.
Right on.
Yeah.
But on the plus side, one of my coworkers is getting married tonight, or got married tonight. So,
Well,
Did they make you wear
congratulations to them.
Did they
My
make
brother
them wear the
Bob
masks,
was
the
for 3
COVID
years
masks at their wedding?
it was optional.
They were like, you may now kiss the bride. Pull the mask down, knock it out, then pull it back up.
The guests have the options. Excuse me. But
Well,
yeah.
you know my feelings about masks.
Well,
Yeah.
I wear them at work.
I'm actually getting accustomed to it. It's sad it took all year, but...
That's the problem.
So you're saying now that we're accustomed to it, it's not such a big deal, right?
What I'm
much.
saying is that regardless of what happens on November 3rd, on November 4th, no one's going to give a shit about masks.
Pretty much.
Well, they reinstated
Call and
mask
find out.
ordinance.
And call and find out.
They reinstated the mask ordinance, and so now it's mandatory again. But I could easily see this being one of them things where we get so used to it that it shouldn't
You
be
become
an
numb
issue to
to it?
complain about. Yeah, but
Okay, here's what I was thinking last night. Actually, this actually went through my head last night. The cold, when it first showed up in the human population, killed people. Okay, still will kill some people depending on what their immune system's like, depending on their age and other things. Okay, the flu, when it first showed up, killed a bunch of people. Still kills hundreds of thousands of people.
Spanish flu of 1918 is flu type A, I believe.
Okay, so the flu and the cold. When you get a cold, you say, I have a cold. When you get the flu, you say, I have the flu. And most people never even really worry about it. COVID is just new. 20, 30 years from now, people are just going to be like, yeah, I got COVID. It's not going to be a thing. It's not going to be a problem. The thing is, when a new disease pops up, it does this. It kills off the weakest people, the people who are sick. It's unfortunate, But these people who are Darwinists who believe in
It's
evolution,
natural
I've been
selection.
screaming about how we got to save grandma. You'd think they'd be the first people to be like, well, survival of the fittest.
Natural selection.
I'm not saying it's okay for people to die. I don't want people to die. But people die every day of all kinds of different things. When a new disease pops up, unfortunately, the weakest people in our population are going to be the most susceptible to it. It just
Yeah.
is. But 20 years from now, getting COVID is going to be like getting a cold or getting a flu. It's going to be one of those things that just happens a couple of times a year, and you're just going to have to deal with it.
But, well, my kid's dad had COVID. So did their grandpa and their grandma, and we don't have it in our house.
We may or may not have had it. I'm not going to go on the record, but we may or may not have had it.
That's what I'm saying. December for us.
I'll say this. If we did have it, COVID is just a cold with an attitude. COVID's
for
a little
sure. For sure. I had to go and test. I had to go take a test because my kid's dad being positive, and we share kids. They go back and forth.
Yeah.
I had to go test, and my test came out negative, and the kids are good to go too, and none of us have it.
Yeah, well, they're saying the kids aren't getting it from adults as much as they're getting it from other kids, and a lot of times kids aren't passing it to parents. Now, the information changes on a daily because this is still new, so every day they're adding new information, they're adding new data. So, a year from now, 2 years from now,
it's cold
we're going to have a much better understanding of it, and people aren't going to be as afraid of it because we'll have the information. Right now, everybody's just scared because they don't know what's going to happen. Me, I'd much rather just test my immune system and let it out there. Like I will change my oil and then eat a sandwich with my oil-covered hands. I don't care. I test my immune system daily. This is just what I do.
My daughter eats dirt.
Well, yeah, But let's be honest. When we were
kids,
the
grossest child ever.
Yeah, there was that gross kid. We all knew him when we were in grade school. He never got sick, but
he ate his boogers.
He ate his boogers. He ate glue. He always
eating glue.
He always smelled a little bit like pee. I don't know.
Yeah, so do you feel like after the election this is going to turn into one of those things where the virus stops being as hyped? It's almost like a trend. It's trendy.
I think it depends on who they declare
it's
the winner.
They look for something. Politicians look for stuff. Anything they can feed off of.
Well,
70 doesn't think it's going to go away quickly. I think it's going to depend on who they declare the winner. I think if Trump wins, I think it's going
to be about 18 months in full circulation.
They're going to continue to make a big deal out of it. I think if Joe Biden wins, I think they're going to downplay it, and they're going to give you the rosy, flowery, happy side of it. And because let's be honest, the media is on the side of the left. And so if the left wins, then the left is going to play it up like it's no big deal. If the right wins, then the media is going to play it up like it's still a problem and we need to shut things down because that will continue to make the economy look bad, which will in turn make Trump look bad. And that's really what the goal is.
Either way, the virus itself is going to take 18 to 24 months to circulate completely throughout every country, every state, and herd immunity.
Yeah, it will. But, the longer
it doesn't matter who's president, it's still going to be 18 to 24 months. They're just going to either throw it in people's faces or for fear, or they're going to demolish it so that they can try to come up.
Sure. But if we lock down and we do this social distancing and we keep people separated from each other, that's actually going to extend the amount of time that it takes for it to spread.
Absolutely. Have you seen Europe?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They shut down. They reopened, and their numbers are higher than ours on daily climbs.
Right now, here's what's messed up. Is everybody wanted to talk about how Trump messed everything up and the United States was so messed up and we handled COVID so badly. But right now, the rest of the world is actually making us look good.
Because we went through it little by little. We allowed it to just run its course. Whereas other countries shut down trying to keep it down, and you can't stop a virus. It's going to do what it's going to do, and it's going to do what it has to do in order to make its way through.
Right, exactly. Well, but the problem that I see with this was the first time that we quarantined healthy people instead of quarantining people who are at the highest risk. What we should have done was we should have sequestered people that were at high risk, people that had comorbidities or people that were over the age of 65 should have been told to stay at home, and we could have given all of them checks to make their lives easier, to keep them afloat while we all went out and continued to work, continued to live our lives as normal, got sick, got better, and got herd immunity, and were able to keep the economy running. And then once everything had kind of passed through in 6 to 12 months, we would have been able to let everyone else go back to life as basically normal. But instead of that, we locked down and we kept the healthy people
at home.
Yeah, isolated. And once they went back out in public, guess what? Boom, they got exposed to it and they caught it. Like we did it backwards. We should have kept the most vulnerable people, healthy, and we should have let everybody else
leave it
who was healthy get sick so that they could get better, and then the people who were at risk could have come back into the population because there would have been less risk to them.
Whenever you look at it from the standpoint, like I've been working this whole time, I have had small doses enter my system just from breathing in normal air or going into the grocery store. I don't care about that mask. That mask isn't going to stop everything. It's still going to allow something in because it doesn't fit tight, snug. It's not a breathing apparatus. It's just a mask.
Right.
You still touch stuff. Your stuff comes in contact with stuff. So small doses, like microdosing.
Sure. Well, and you're still touching your mask.
When you're staying open. Yeah, absolutely. People, you take it off, take it on. Put it on, take it off, You're still spreading it.
Yep.
But to just shut everything down, all of a sudden you've been breathing in the same air and you go outside and you're suddenly exposed to not microdoses anymore, it's macrodoses.
Yeah. Speaking of microdosing, who's on that acid tonight?
Yeah, where's all the acid strippers tonight?
I know, right? Where is it at?
The Halloween parties.
Was the night to do that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Look, this doesn't happen too often where Halloween falls on a Saturday night, huh?
I know, and a full moon.
Usually Halloween's on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday or some shit.
I know, crazy, man.
And it was so nice. It wasn't cold. It wasn't rainy.
It's a full moon, a blue moon, a Saturday, and we're setting the clocks back tonight.
Really?
Yep.
It was like fall back, huh? It's only going to matter unless you go to bed before 2.
So it's really 9 o'clock?
No. At 2 a.m. it's going to come back and be, 1?
I think that's right, yeah.
So if you go to bed at 2, or at least before 2, you're going to rob the universe of that spare hour.
Yep.
Your 2020 will have an extra hour in it, right? Or if you're like us and you stay up late, then you get an extra hour to party.
I'll be back.
She'll be back.
All right, Schwarzenegger, I'll be back.
She had to go pee.
You can read minds, huh?
Actually, that was what my wife said. She's like, she had to piddle.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't see many trick-or-treaters out today, so I figured it was like outlawed,
they allowed it here. There was no like mandate that you couldn't trick-or-treat, but we didn't, like, we've been home, we've got lights on inside the house. We don't have our porch lights on, but we didn't get not one knock on the door, not one doorbell, nothing.
Usually there would be some consistent kid.
Yeah, usually there'd be something, some kid coming up and ringing the doorbell, and so we answered the door and went, "Hey, kid, go away." But all right, fine. We wouldn't tell the kid to go away, but still, we'd be like, "Oh, we're sorry, little kid. We don't do that."
Give him hand sanitizer and stuff instead.
That's right. We're giving away little mini bottles of hand sanitizer and cloth masks that we made by hand.
The people across the
Made of hemp.
got a tunnel and shoot method.
Yeah, apparently the people across the street from us actually had a like a PVC pipe that they put on their railing, and they were just dropping the candy down through the PVC pipe, and the kids were just holding their bag up to the end of the pipe, and it would just flop the candy right in their bag.
Seriously, guys? Damn, man.
Hey, man, at least the kids were still getting their
Let's
candy.
be fucking old fashioned. Come on. What's up, Germ?
What's up, that is fun.
Yeah,
That is
Shit, I thought I'd stick my dick up in this.
Whoa.
What a surprise.
Whoa.
What's going on with you?
This.
What's going on with you?
This.
Did you see any trick-or-treaters today?
Did you see any trick-or-treaters today?
Who, me? No, I kept the light off. The pumpkin didn't go outside.
Is there an echo in here?
That's probably me.
Yeah. Do you have like a wired headset you can put in or something?
I'm using one.
Wait.
Echo! I come in nice and high def now.
How's this?
Let me see. Yeah, I'm still echoing.
I love it.
Assalamu alaikum.
I love it. Why you trying to make a lame?
What? Licking a llama. What? Whoa.
Fix this code. Hang on.
Look at me salami.
I'm cutting you off.
Okay, back in action.
You're done.
Yeah, there's still an echo, Germ.
You killing me, dude.
What are you guys giggling about over there?
Nothing.
Salami.
Salami. Licking salami.
Giggle box.
What the hell was that? Are you okay?
Did you just burp through your Oh my god.
Sorry, guys. I'm not
Any
alone
better
in
than
this.
still
I'm not
bullshitting.
just having a breakdown.
Testing.
What?
Yeah, it's still echoing. I wonder how it's echoing though if you're even using a headset or whatever.
Yeah, so I got the echo cancellation and everything set. It's still echoing.
Are we echoing on your end?
No.
Probably the kid that lives across the street.
Echo.
Testing. It's like not as loud as it was, but oh well.
Syphilis. Isn't that what they do? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Syphilis.
Did you say syphilis?
Syphilis? I don't think it's syphilis.
Anyway, we are ready for November.
Yeah.
Are we doing No Shave November?
What do you think, homie?
That's every fucking month for you, though, huh?
That's no shave ever.
No shave. Ever.
November's usually the month I shave in.
I'm gonna let my hair grow out a little bit. I cut it too short to walk around with it as cold as it's gonna get. So
Yeah, Steph and I realized tonight that we're hippies. Like, she stays at home and she homesteads and raises chickens and quail and whatnot. And I'm like the political activist.
she said, "Bring on the Thanksgiving food."
Growing my beard out, being kind of crazy.
You remember the video where you buzzed it off and then you shaved it down to the skin? How long did it take to grow that back from that?
It takes about 6 months for it to reach a long point. Now it slows down after about 4 to 5 months. And then I've never had it like as long as it
Well, hold on. Why would you say it slows down? Is it because of the growth it's having like the blood flow is stimulating the follicles and it slows down because of that, or?
No, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that and so it may continue to grow and continue to grow at a normal rate, but because it does curl, it appears to grow slower over time.
I hit mine with a guard, and I said, "Man, I'm not going to guard that low again." But I can tell this stuff's starting to get long because it's starting to stick off. And I think it's been over 2 weeks since I hit it with a guard. So
yeah, well, you should just stop shaving altogether, man.
I've been debating it. I have to at least trim it up a little because I want to look clean to the customers, you know. And
Yeah, that's good.
I like to get my haircuts nice and tight, you know. But yeah, I'm fixing to just kind of like keep my hair at an average height, length. What the fuck I'm saying?
Yeah. Right on. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's definitely not for everyone, but I
Maybe
don't know.
for the
Like,
winter time.
I was thinking about cutting it all off the other day, and then I brushed it out, and I kind of shaped it up the way I wanted it to be, and I was like, oh, that's kind of nice. So then I left it. I don't know. It's one of those things like I fight myself with, especially when it gets to this point and it feels like it gets slower. Then every month or every couple of months, I fight with myself about, do I let it go or do I cut it all off and start over? And I never really know
You
what
can
to
just
do.
trim on it.
Yeah, I probably should, but
Just use scissor trim. You don't have to use a traditional guard or anything.
yeah, true. But I don't trust myself not to screw it up. So I either have to go to a professional or I have to cut most of it off. Like there's not a whole lot of in between for me.
Yeah.
What's up with Jeremy? He's,
Is that the moon we see? I think I just saw a cigarette ember.
I think so.
Speaking of cigarettes, I got
You
some.
might have to go to the store and grab me a drink, man. I ain't get no beer.
I'm just listening for the moment.
That last round fucked me over, man. They didn't get back to
I know, man. They fucked you up tonight. Let me let you out of here so you can go.
I just want to grab something to drink, man. I'm gonna come back though.
You're good. You're good. We probably won't be on by the time you get back, or maybe if you do be back, it'll be like a few minutes in. Sorry, I drug
Calm
him
down,
in here
sailor.
on purpose. This wasn't my
Calm
idea.
down,
to be
sailor.
like, hey,
It's just driving.
here you go. You want 3 man?
Dog,
Go ahead,
man.
with you.
I'm gonna grab me a drink.
Indecisive.
That's one thing I didn't get. I got that burger, man, and they gave me a drink.
Excuses. No, okay. All right, see you in a second, buddy. Man, it's like I'm so enthusiastic throughout the day to do this, and then it's like when this time of night comes, I'm freaking. Ugh.
I know I guess that's what separates the YouTubers from the pretenders.
I would feel out of place doing it during the day, though.
Hey,
I
are
think
you,
he just.
are you voting on Tuesday?
What's up?
Are you gonna vote on Tuesday?
Yep.
Good on you, man. Good on you.
He's better all the years I've spent lecturing his ass about voting.
Oh yeah. Is that what you're doing?
It's not a hard task. It's really fast.
No, it's super easy.
Probably.
No, it's super easy.
I think there wasn't a lot of participants back in the day. So when they had celebrities come forward and they pushed people to do it, like, do you guys remember MTV had they did something called Rock the Vote? They had people like P. Diddy. They said, What if we put some of these influential artists and rappers in a position where they teach the youth to go do things like vote and stuff? That was just for people's own agendas. I don't remember which president it was, but because how come
They still
during Clinton?
Rock the Vote was just something that I felt like it was an initiative to get the youth to vote so that there's more of a count this year, not this year, but that year when it happened. Because they kind of dropped that campaign for years afterwards. When really voting should be mandatory out of everyone, convicted felon or not. I feel like it's something that there's a lot of votes that go unnoticed from people that simply say, I'm not going to vote, period. And I've bumped into people that did that shit. The year Trump was coming into office versus Hillary. He said, I don't like Hillary, and I sure as hell don't like Trump. I'm not going to vote, period. Yeah. And I said, well, damn. There are that faction of people that are going to simply, their vote will be not counted. So there's probably a lot of people that just physically can't get out and do it, or they're not registered because they haven't taken the time to get it done. All those, unaccounted.
I'll tell you what, though. The way that they've done things this year, if you don't vote this year and you're eligible to vote, it's really your fault. They've made it easy, man. Like, there's mail-in voting, there's absentee voting, there's early voting, there's day of election voting. There's a lot of options this year. So if you're eligible to vote and you didn't vote this year, that's on you. And I actually saw a headline earlier today that said we're on pace right now to beat the record for the most number of votes cast in a presidential election in American history, with over 150 million votes that they think they'll cast this year.
I mean, I'm tired of this being an ugly thing, is what I'm getting at. Like,
I'm with
it went from being like I don't want to say a sport or like a casual thing, but it's just a shit flinging contest. Like this last job I was just at, it was just like I was in a room full of Trump haters, and I'm like, it's pretty fucking evident you all hate Trump. Just wear it on your shirt. Fuck Trump. Like, I know that's what you're feeling like. Do you think Biden is going to give you everything you ever imagined? No. They just don't want Trump to win. And I guess that's fitting, because when Hillary was up for the chopping block, it was like, I didn't want Hillary to win.
Yeah.
And why has it got to be racial? I just like... The Democrats, their whole agenda is like, oh, we're going to push fucking Biden on everybody. Biden's not fit.
No. And here's the thing.
So he shouldn't even be considered to be,
No, he shouldn't. It's elder abuse what they're doing to him. That's another story. But the only reason it's racial is because they see that as a way that they can exploit people, as a way that they can control emotions, and use those emotions to get people to vote the way they want them to vote.
Yeah. It's like, damn, man.
Yep.
I think it should be legal.
No.
What up, Sam?
I don't know. Like, there's part of me that thinks that we need to change the system in such a way that it makes it almost impossible for anyone to influence someone else's vote. But I don't know how you would go about that, because it doesn't matter what kind of roadblocks you put in place. There's always going to be somebody who figures out a way around it to use it to their benefit, to try to encourage the vote towards the direction they want it to go. So at this point, I think really the big trick is just going to be getting as much truth out as possible.
But people still, like, The truth could be in their fucking face, and they still are gonna think and feel what they want. Like, for instance, at that last job, I'd said openly, I was like, "Oh wow, I can't believe they dug up videos of Biden's son with hookers and smoking crack and everything." And
I can believe
the dude took offense. He goes, "I got crackheads in my family, but I ain't gonna sit there and let you talk about them in front of me." It's like he was excusing what Biden's son got caught for, which I know there's a lot of things that you can't be accountable for. But I was just simply saying, wow, that's pretty crazy how that shit surfaced. Because, you know, when everybody's running, I'm sorry, this mic's probably up super loud. They'll find out any dirt about you and all that shit. But it's like he took offense that I was trying to say that to attack the Biden supporters. And it's like, you're just picking Biden because it's not Trump. That's
Pretty
all.
much.
Just say it. You don't care about politics.
Right. No, it's become a matter of, oh, you don't like Trump, and convincing people that they don't.
And they were legit watching the debate like it was a UFC fight. I mean, it should have been, huh?
Dude, here's an interesting thing. Look at the way that Trump was in the first debate, and then put that up against the way that Trump was in the second debate. It's obvious that the man can mediate himself and his behavior depending on the circumstances. And he went into the first one ready for a fight. He was scrapping. He was trying to get Joe off balance. He was trying to get him sort of out of his game. And it worked. And then in the second debate, he was much more calm. He was much more collected. Yeah. He was in control, and he let Biden talk for the most part. And, you know, honestly, Biden's worst enemy is himself. If you just let Biden talk for more than 3 minutes, he starts to say crap that nobody wants to hear, and he starts basically losing the fight for himself if he's just allowed to talk for too long. And so I think pretty much Trump's biggest ally is just Biden being allowed to talk.
You know, Trump's quite witty and fast. You know, he's always on Twitter saying shit. He was like, "Man, Joe called me Steve the other day," or some shit. I was like, it's like he doesn't even know who he's talking to half the time.
Yeah, I called him George, man. Crazy.
Yeah, it was something retarded. I was like, God, man.
People were like, oh, he was thinking of George W. Bush. I'm like, you know what? The last time, or not the last time, but the time before the last time that Biden ran for president, he ran against George H.W. Bush. And so I'm thinking, shoot, did he get launched back 30 years in time? Joe Biden is not fit, man. He's just not. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. I think maybe they knew that Trump was going to win a second term regardless of what happened. So they put up just this sort of throwaway candidate knowing he was going to lose. And they're just biding their time for the next go-round.
Get it? Biding their time?
Yep, biding their time. Is Jeremy even here, or is he just chilling?
I think he's, who knows?
I don't know either.
Hey, Sam, say something in the chat real quick. Let me test something out.
I'm off.
If you're around. Maybe that's why he was muted. He didn't want us to kill each other with our own words.
Don't say a word. You're saying.
There you go. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Mississippi has Initiative 65 for medical legalization. There's more than a presidency on the ballot. Are we talking about marijuana legalization, or are we talking about something else?
Fucking stoners. Them and their bullshit.
Well, okay, so then the question becomes, are we talking about medical legalization, or are we talking about recreational legalization?
What do you think?
Yeah, those are two different arguments, aren't they? Now, you have the more libertarian position, which believes that medical, recreational, it shouldn't matter. A person should have the right to choose what type of things that they want to put into their body.
Yeah, this shouldn't be a state by state thing. It should be put like the whole country. Because if I cross one state line, it's going to be trouble for me in the next. So just say fuck it and make it all legal. Tax it like beer and alcohol. They're already there anyway. Give it 12 more years. The whole country's going to be legal. Because they're not going to care in 12 more years.
Yeah. Well, that's possible. Or we may be dealing with a further authoritarian type of regime. Here's the thing is people don't realize they call Trump an authoritarian, but he's basically allowed the states to decide for themselves how they want things to be. Joe Biden, on the other hand, and these radical leftists that are backing him, they want basically top-down control of the federal government. And that would change everybody's lives dramatically by changing the relationship of the states to the federal government.
And I like how they try to con people into... Okay, hey, look, can you tell me... I seen you post something. Didn't you get it, or not you, but you all had signed up not a petition, but you all got a bunch of signatures to get something like passed as far as something like that, and then the judge was like, denied.
Yeah.
Because you were upset. You were like, then what the fuck is the whole system for if this doesn't matter ultimately on the people, you know?
Right. Well, my point was so much for the people, of the people, and by the people, because what Nebraska did was they collected like 190,000 signatures when they only needed like 95 or 96,000. So they collected way more than they needed in order to get an initiative on the ballot. And the initiative was for medical marijuana in the state of Nebraska. Now, they had all the signatures they needed plus some, and it went to the Nebraska Supreme Court. The Nebraska Supreme Court shot it down basically because instead of it being a single issue initiative, basically saying Nebraska will have medical marijuana, it said Nebraska will have medical marijuana, and then it had another sentence attached to it. So they determined that it was a 2-issue initiative. And according to the state's constitution, every petitioned ballot for Nebraska has to be a single issue initiative. So essentially meaning that it has to be a very simple representation or a single sentence, basically saying, like I said, Nebraska will have medical marijuana. And if they would have just had that as their initiative, then it would have been allowed to be voted on. But because it had what could have been described as additional initiatives, they shot it down. Which, honestly, I don't know why the Supreme Court of Nebraska didn't just say, okay, we're going to change the verbiage to make this a single initiative ballot instead of just shooting it down altogether, other than the fact that Nebraska is just like stuck in the 1920s, and they believe that anybody that uses marijuana, whether for medicinal or recreational purposes, is a psychotic individual. That's the only thing I can figure.
I mean, if everybody wants to walk around stoned, whatever, that's their business. Let them do it. Like, I'm not a fanboy of it anymore, so it's not a big deal whether it passes or not, but I just think it's a waste of time and money if there's states not participating in it, you know.
Yeah. Well,
look how much money they raise in these states where it's legal.
Well, sure. Look at Colorado. The very first year that it became legal, they had a surplus of tax revenue in the state to the point where they literally had to take everything that was left over from their budget and send every taxpayer a check for, it wasn't a ton. It was like $1.65 or something. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was because the states aren't allowed to have extra money in their coffers after all of their budget is handled. And their budget was completely paid for. And so much so, there was an additional $1.65 to every taxpayer in the state that they were able to send them a check for because they had that much left over. And that was just in the first year of legalization. It's gotten better ever since then. And really what you're looking at is an opportunity for the United States to take marijuana, use it as a way to fuel sort of paying off this national debt that we have. Now, it may not cover the entire debt.
It was like it's all taxpayers' money though, so
right. And that's the thing, is you're gaining more tax revenue because they're able to tax it because it is now being regulated, as opposed to being a black market item, which is the only way people can get it right now.
yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. What you think, Jeremy? Still around there? Welcome to the Cree Show. Oh wait, this is my show. Everybody's out hanging out. I'm probably gonna cut it here short because there ain't nothing popping. Too tired, too tired. What up?
Yo, I just figured I would. I changed into my like comfy clothes because it's after 11 o'clock and I'm tired. So, but I am in the process of discovering what my kids have that I might want. Look at that! Look at the load. I know all the Reese's are going to be mine.
Don't take them poor kids' candies.
And the peanut butter M&Ms. If it's chocolate and peanut butter, it is mine. They can have whatever else. So yeah, I'm just the social distancing. They pre-bagged.
Yeah, Sam, if you want to come on, you can, man.
Come on, Sam. Click the link up at the top, or maybe he can post it again. What's up? Hey, Jake. Did you miss the candy stash, or did you get to see it?
No, I did not see it.
Look, she's more proud of it than the kids were.
Look, there's some king size, shareable size jelly beans.
That's entirely too much fucking candy to give a kid. Just saying.
I think it was big as my head. That's how good the candy was.
Are my
dude? What's up, Sam? I am.
What is that, man?
Starburst.
Yeah.
I like that Dark Hills merch.
Yeah, man. Hang on.
Dude,
I'll be right back.
load.
I'm gonna step
All
off
right.
camera.
Baby.
Hold on. What, Jake?
Here.
Well, I said a couple of things. One, I said Starburst jelly beans are my favorite, so you can just send them to me. That would be fine.
Oh, wait. Hold on. There's this one too. Let's not forget this. You ready? Starburst smoothies. Wait a minute.
That's
Shareable
Skittles.
size. Or Skittles. I'm sorry.
That man said Starburst.
I was gonna say that does not look like Starburst.
Skittles smoothies, and it's the shareable size. I can't get this camera right tonight.
Nice, right on.
Dude. I'm just saying. I'm emptying all the baggies because we're going to not be fighting over candy and who's is what.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. Now we're back.
Baggies. Hold on. Look.
Nice mask.
Look at all the baggies.
Custom made. Ooh.
All the candies bags.
Are you gonna like give one bag to your kids and be like, okay, the first one's free, and then you're gonna make them work for the other ones?
Charge them.
They're going to have to work for all of them. What are you talking about?
Yard work.
Pick up the toys, pick up the, whatever it is. Get your dirty clothes together and throw them in the washing machine.
That's right.
I make my kids work for their stuff.
Yeah, you got to, man. They got to work for what they have, or else they're never gonna appreciate it.
Otherwise,
There's a
they
ton of
end up like me.
Butterfingers.
They're full of energy anyway.
Yeah, no kidding. I think my son has ADHD.
Yeah. What's up,
Dude.
Sam? Man?
Let's
Yeah, Jake, did you catch this episode last week?
No, I don't think I did.
It was really, really nice.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
2 hours. We did a 2-hour interview on that one.
Dang.
Got a lot covered.
Y'all are doing like Rogan style, huh? Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had Jeff here. He's still gone. Maybe he'll be back. Maybe not.
I doubt it.
Yeah, you missed
Hey,
Deep
bro,
Brain was in the
more
chat.
money.
The brain was on here.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
stopped by.
He's
for
talking
a
a lot of
minute.
shit in the group chat for Am and Omen right now. I think
Oh, wow.
I'm sitting here playing video games and minding my own business.
Right on.
cool.
So there's like there's a new sucker flavor. It's Dum Dum's Hawaiian Punch.
I thought you were gonna say Dum Dum Cum, but that works too.
Polar Blast.
Wow.
But no, next time I get on Cree, I got it's not gonna be 2 hours, but I do got a lot of different stuff to talk about.
You got a follow-up story?
I got a prequel story and
Life after the interview.
No, because ain't much happened
No, I'm
since
kidding.
the interview, but I definitely got a prequel to CMOC and a couple other Deering Joey life stories, like how my weed dude gave me a stroke. So that'll be
What?
fun. Yeah, man, that's gonna be a good one.
Stroked you?
No. It almost killed me.
Oh, God.
Wrecked him. Damn near killed him.
I'm used to it because I have to deal with David DeBrain and Nicodemus, so this ain't nothing.
No kidding. Yeah, that whole Bloody River Records family, man. They're all good by my in my book,
Oh yeah, they're great
Dude,
guys.
I always have fun at the shows.
Shit.
I've only been one
I especially like that cipher that featured
down here.
Yeah, that's you didn't watch that, but I was talking about how I actually provided the beat for that, and because circumstances and me leaving for a while, I was not my verse did not get featured on that. But,
Shit happens.
For a re-release in 2021.
possibly, we're talking to the brain about it, but
Remastered.
yeah,
But that means Tree's got to drop a fresh new 16, doesn't he?
Swear to God.
I don't know, man. It's like
I'm always
I
trying to
got
get
bored
the-
with it, and you're only going to be as bumping as you are, however you make it. So I got tired of being passed over.
You gotta be like Tommy Dreamer or Sandman, be an innovator of violence only instead of violence, an innovator of music.
Well, I feel like the Dark Hills gang, they deserve all the shine. Like, as hard as they work and they put up material and stuff like that, like
Come on. There was somebody I was listening to the other day who I cannot remember who it was, and I'll have to send the link to you, Cree. But when I heard him, I was like, "Oh, you know who it was? It was the Joker." I heard the Joker.
yeah, that guy's back around now for some reason. I don't know.
He is. But listen, I know people are gonna say what they want to say, but I'm telling you, his voice is begging for a Cree feature for sure, man.
He's gonna charge me $3,500 just to even get him to sing.
Have you seen
No,
his
rap.
Facebook?
Fuck him.
Wait.
He's a jerk anyway.
Have you seen his Facebook campaign wanting investors?
He's been doing that for years.
You know what?
Ever since he moved to Cali.
Listen, I'm not.
Some people have it and some people don't.
I won't hate on the guy. The fact of the matter is that he's coming forth with a message I can get behind. He wants to bring the magic back. So yeah, regardless of what his past is, regardless of whatever has happened, I will say this: the magic has been missing from the Wicked Underground for quite some time. And if there's somebody who can come in and tap into it and bring the magic back, I'm all for it. And I don't
think
care
the closest we're gonna get is all Zulu. Honestly, I think that's the closest we're gonna get to ever having that old school mentality back. Between ICP going more mainstream with how they do.
Did you get their new CD, Mausoleum, Sam? Did you order it?
Not the CD. I got it on Amazon.
Damn, is it nice?
I've only listened to a couple songs. I've been busy working on this IGH radio, and
I wanted to get it, but I didn't want to buy it if it didn't have a lot of good songs on it.
That's why I do Amazon.
Yeah.
But no, Joker. I like a couple songs. Like I like when he dissed the other guy named Joker, and I like
his diss tape called
The Path of Destruction.
Path of Destruction. I bought that digital years ago, and I played it front to back, and it was great. He's good at attacking and holding his own, but I don't like him as a rap. He just blows a lot of hot air as far as being a rapper. Like, I'm badass. I'll kick your ass in a rap ordeal. It's like, okay, we already know that. All you're doing is like talking and touting about it. You're not really showing us anything like that really puts you singled out to be the greatest, you know?
Jerry Maguire, show me the money.
Well, I mean, he just put this whole, make the Juggalos unite again, or what? Make Juggalos great again.
Juggalos great again, baby. MJGA.
I love this because now all these Juggalos are jumping his shit, talking about didn't you diss us like 2 years ago?
He dissed him a long time ago.
And then he dissed himself. Like he has these two different videos where one is lower left auxiliary Joker. The one that actually has the face paint, and the other is
he's
actually him, and it's
that's an old video he dug up. He's actually probably patting himself on the back saying, I'm glad I did something like this years ago, because now I can use it as a piece of sediment to build off of. Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to do a song with dude for sure, but it's like you said, I don't know how much of what he says besides dissing people is. He does have one song with like these Arabic dudes that he actually did pretty good on, but
well, he's an audio engineer by trade. Like he went to school for it,
which is what I'm about to do. So
he's
audio engineering school.
Huh?
I said audio engineering is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's an established. Like he's already in the field of. He's got like all that stuff in his studio is all his. Like he self-made, and that's good. Whatever. But if you approach him, it's like he's more of a videographer. He makes videos for people.
Makes some dope videos,
he makes productions for people. He can make beats. Like everybody knows the rapper doesn't come out on top. They really don't. You get the fame and the fortune, but guess who's making the real money? The managers, producers, the people that you don't see. That's the people winning.
But I will say, since the interview, there has been some news, Cree, and that is that I've decided to make a lot of the releases I've already put out, and I think I only have like 4 to 5 more to do, and just put them on their own little albums. So I'm putting all these features on them. I got Nicodemus, I got Crazy the Cobra from Dark Hills Gang. we were talking about Memphis legends, and one we forgot to mention was Hardcore Montana. He's going to be on there. So it's going to be a pretty good little mix-up.
I'm sorry, I've never heard of him.
I don't think I have either.
He's like we were talking about with the underground versus who made it and who didn't. You know, he runs a lot with Tom Skeet.
Yeah.
So he's in that little clique, but he didn't ever get to like 3-6 level. But
It's hard to get there.
I hate that 3-6 is the only memorable group out of Memphis besides them and Yo Gotti. But I guess it's like slim pickings any other way, you know?
Yeah, that's why I'm about to go see what's up in Nashville.
I don't know. You guys, I know you guys are probably going to bomb on me for this, but Ryan Upchurch, he's from down in that area too.
Well, love Upchurch, man. Upchurch and Jelly and Adam, and even though he's from the Bayou, John Broadman.
I like Johnny.
Helping him. Do what, Jade?
Jelly.
Yeah, I love Jelly, man.
Yeah, Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll,
I like
kind
Struggle.
of surprising, man. He sort of just is like this slept on, sort of behind the scenes underground of the underground. Like, if you don't know who Jelly Roll is, you probably will never know who Jelly Roll is.
That's why
Right.
I got this.
I
and
like I like
that.
Jelly and Struggle and the stuff that they do together, dude.
What is that?
I like it. Struggle
bunch of-
Jennings.
No, he's talking about me. I got a whole bunch
Oh.
of Jelly Roll merch. I got the hoodie and the hat to match and the tank top.
I have to give Jelly Roll his credit, but he did put himself in circles, though. He really, really did. Like,
Yeah.
back
He
in
was
the day,
doing it back.
he was with Haystack and them and
Ooh.
the Crazy White Boys or some shit. He
Yeah.
knew what he was doing.
Console of White Boys.
He worked his way around inner circles and shit. And then it's like when he got himself next to Little White, things started elevating. And then he got around the 3-6 Mafia in them circle. And he got to do a few projects with everybody. But then it's like once he finally got a piece of his own to where he didn't need Little White, he stopped being in that circle with them. You know what I mean? Now, I feel like he's in a position where he could be bigger than Little White. Does that make any sense?
I think he's past that. I think he's been bigger than a Little White. But
Yeah, I didn't want to
He's
say that, but it's okay. If you feel that way, then we see eye to eye to a degree. Because
Dude, Jelly has come up, like, for real.
yes, he's a
Like,
very
he's
notable
more
person.
now than what he was back whenever I first started listening to him.
Here's my problem when it comes to 3-6 and when it comes to Wu-Tang. They have attached themselves or allowed too many people to attach themselves to that name. So there's
The
too
way-
many
yeah.
Wu-Tang affiliates. There are too many 3-6 affiliates.
Now there ain't hardly any of them left.
Well,
know.
okay, fine. But like Lil White was not original 3-6, but he claims 3-6, right? Because
they put him on the music label and shit.
they run in the same circles, whatever.
Yeah.
Like Wu-Tang Clan. There's a lot of guys that claim Wu-Tang that are not actually Wu-Tang, but they're Wu-Tang affiliates. They're sort of off to the side. They're auxiliary or like the bench team, but they're still technically Wu-Tang, if you will. So it's like second
Right.
string. And there's too many guys that they've allowed to attach themselves and basically ride the coattails. And you know, it's similar to the juggle music scene. You got ICP, who are sort of the godfathers of the whole thing, and then you've got a lot of people who have sort of attached themselves onto that and tried to make a name for themselves off of that original sound.
I will say one thing, just real quick, and I don't mean to correct you or nothing, but technically ICP bit off Esham.
No, you're right. However,
So-
Esham never reached the heights that ICP did. ICP
This is
took
very true.
Esham's idea and his style, and they elevated it higher than Esham was ever able to do by himself. So
True.
Esham ended up getting famous because ICP sort of subverted his style.
Well,
So
speaking of Esham and inner circles and all that, did you see where he was beefing with Jelly Roll?
Yeah, I saw that shit. I said, "Oh my god, I would have just let that go, Jelly." Damn.
Right, and then Jelly's like, well, at least I don't smoke crack. I'm like, oh, dude, shut up.
Yeah. It's funny because then you had fans trying to jump on both sides, and it's like, no. But I feel like with the whole affiliate thing, that's kind of what started to happen in Memphis, especially around Dark Hills Gang and 3-6 or not 3-6 Tom Ski Mask, because everybody wanted to be associated with one or the other, and finally it just got to the point where it was like, okay, whatever. But
You got to think about it from a business standpoint.
Yep.
What, Jade?
I said I think that's just how the industry is.
Yeah.
Whether
You're
it's
in
music,
one day, you're out
movies,
the next.
books,
That's exactly how it is. It's not.
everything.
If you're putting yourself next to somebody that was legendary once upon a time, chances are you're doing business. That person's either making money in the process, and the underling that's under them is giving them an outlet to rise up. That's all it is, guys. It's fucking business.
It's rotation.
What's the story of Star Wars? Jeremy, you know this. I know you're fucking watching. Tell us in the chat. What are you supposed to do? Murder your maker? He'll tell us in a second. He's good at these things.
I'm pretty sure.
Basically, your Sith Lord trains you to become the gritty,
Better than them.
mighty Dark One, and then you murder your fucking teacher eventually. That's how the torch gets handed down.
Yep.
To the next one.
Palpatine wanted to stop that flow instantly. That's why Vader never excelled over him, or else he would have been as worse as him, I think.
People that are
tricked him.
told, like, standing next to the man in the spotlight.
Yeah.
See, I've always been more of just I want to network with that person. They can have their own spotlight for all I care. Just let's network. But
Now, it's fine if you just want to feature. You going to be willing to spend that money? Everything has a price. If that person says, Sam, are you that dedicated? Fine, I want $2,000 for this feature. I know, $2,000 sounds like a lot of money, but if you respect me the way that you say, you'll respect my wishes and give me what I want. It's called doing business. You got to pay to play sometimes, and in this field, having skills alone is not going to help you get noticed. You need to have that leg up.
yeah, but also there's a lack of honesty and integrity. And if somebody wants 2,000 and their material itself sounds like some bull crap, you got to be able to say, well, it doesn't sound like.
Well, doesn't it depend on the artist?
Do what?
Doesn't it depend on the artist? I mean, if Tech Nine came and offered you $2,000, would you take it? Or said, hey, for $2,000, I'll feature you. You'd do it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because Tech Nine's got.
All of a sudden, money doesn't have a meaning anymore.
No.
All of a sudden, money has no meaning anymore.
Material. I'm talking about if it's.
So it's are you willing to take the risk?
And then here's another thing. I'm sorry to cut you all off.
Yeah.
But you can't just fire up your computer, order you a fucking studio kit from Amazon, have it shipped to your house, you set it up, you record the most gangsterish shit you ever had in your entire life, and then upload it to the internet and expect to be revealed in greatness. Sometimes you have to get out there and mingle and meet people out in your area at the club scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Start bumping shoulders with other producers or DJs or whoever's putting these events on. Like you, in order to conquer and get to that point level of fame or whatever, you have to conquer your own town. Means you got to be known and recognized in that scene.
Exactly.
I got invited to go to a show, and that's where it all snowballed downhill. I got invited by somebody that was going to be booked for the gig. And to them, that was just probably inviting on the real, like, hey, I'd love to see you there. It'd be cool if you could. Now, maybe me bringing my posse up there garnered a little bit of extra headcount at the door. Maybe there was a little extra money made because word of mouth, advertisement, hey, we're pitching a show. I got some heads to show up. It looks a little more dense in the club. But it changed my fucking life forever after that. I got to meet some memorable people, do some memorable things, and it let me see the underside of it at the same time of what it takes.
Blast whenever we went to Fright Fest.
Do what?
Fright Fest.
What about it?
That was a blast, dude. That was so much fun.
I have a funny story.
It was
behind
all right.
that
It was
and
all
why
right.
I wasn't there either.
I was happy about seeing Al Azul. Other than that,
No, it was good though.
I didn't give a shit about Twisted. I didn't seen them before, so it wasn't that damn.
For me, it was
awesome
pretty
seeing them,
exciting because
but
I had never seen Twisted. I love the Underground Avengers, and it was my first time being able to see them. And then on top of it, we had Azul, which I really like, and it was my first time seeing them.
boy, I was so fucking happy to see them. They're the only reason why I went to that.
Wasn't that then Dark Hills game played that show too?
They did.
And
Yeah, actually, I missed Nick's set, I believe, and I think I might have missed the boys.
well, I was supposed to be on that, but because of the drama going on at the time,
We were just running late.
well, the problem was there was a drama between me and them at the time, and
I think Nick's set went by so fucking fast. It was like by the time we were in transit and we got there, it was already over. I was like, what? But
well, you know, but the whole deal with my set was, you know, with the drama going on, they played a prank on me that, you know, they told Mikey I said all these things about him and got me kicked off the show and banned from the venue. So it was like, well, crap. it was ridiculous, but you know, it's one of those live and learn type deals. But yeah.
I mean, making music was fun, but then once I felt like I had conquered the steps and what it took to make a song physically, it just lost its fun, you know? Like, it almost was like it was a task or a chore to stay on top of it. Now, if you've got real pride and you're going to be claiming you're an artist, then you're going to stay on top of your shit and do it.
You have a
I think I
gypsy
lost
heart.
that motivational
That will
edge.
do things.
What?
You have like a gypsy heart. You just can't stay stationary for very long.
Yeah.
And like whatever you're doing.
The drive was there, the love and passion was there. It's just, I think it just turned into work. Like work. And then it's like, I like to do YouTube videos. That's even more work than making a song. Go figure. But unfortunately, you got to be popular to keep your music relevant. So,
But
at
would
least
you
with
still
making...
would you still be willing to do features? Is the big deal.
I mean, yeah. I'd have to force myself or really convince myself to do it. But
Alright.
I don't want to say I'm completely out of the thought of any of that, but maybe it just wasn't for me. Maybe I had the goals and I had the visions, and it was just a lot of work. And I was like, well, I don't want to say popularity contest, but there's always fresh new artists popping up all the time. And if my ass has been doing this for so fucking long, the plays are not there, the views are not there. I'm not in control of doing merch because it's just more shit to add on top of the pile.
Then you can't
Man.
do shows, you know.
Merch is a tough thing to do.
Well, you don't want to be that person that worked your ass off all your life doing it and then you got nowhere doing it. I know people that do things like that, and bless their heart. They mean well, they're great people, but it'll probably never work out. And it's like you don't want to wake up 20 years down the road and you've been invested in this so hard and you didn't even get nowhere doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? That's wishy-washy.
Huh?
Not you guys, talking to Jeremy in the chat.
Oh.
It could be a complex situation of maybe there's some ADD that's keeping me, or maybe I hit a point in my life where I realized maturity levels. Did you guys ever see that one meme that said, if you ever feel bad, just remember there's somebody from your hometown still trying to become a rapper. Now, I died out laughing like a motherfucker because it's fucking true. But then at the same time, I kind of got annoyed and I'm like, well, that's not fair. You can't just step on somebody's dreams and say, fuck you, you'll never make it. Because it's like, who are you to do that, right? But there may come a time of realization when you realize the hard work. Am I cut out for all that work behind the scenes? More than likely not. So I just convinced myself, like, look, man, you know what this entails. Like, either fucking put up or shut up. And it's like...
Especially if you have a family or responsibilities.
Yeah, when you got kids and you have to work and there's job stuff. And it's like, sometimes you got to just realize, man, like I said, everybody has that big dream back in the day when you first start. And that's the best kind of time in your life to have the goals, is because you haven't had a chance to see the other side of reality yet. Things are not jaded, no pun intended. You know, you're going to get with age in life, and when it bears down on you, you're going to realize you either got it or you don't. And it takes a lot of work, like really, really a lot.
God, it's hot up under that mask. I don't know how those guys do it, and I was on stage with them for a whole set playing guitar last year. So, jeez,
They fucking do it. They persevere.
Yeah. But
Can you imagine the guys from Al Azul wearing those masks?
Jesus.
Right.
They're
That's gotta
wearing
be hot.
gloves, sleeves, pants. Some of them got long hair. It's like, man.
Fucking, wasn't there like some jean fucking suspenders or some shit? I don't know. Coveralls
Not
or
that I
overalls?
know.
No, I think they wore jumpsuits.
They wear
Jumpsuits.
like the fucking
I don't
Dickies
know. There
one
was,
pieces
like-
or some shit. You know.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, the Dickies. That's it.
Hallelujah. I guess Jake bounced, or maybe his signal fucked up or something. Sorry, Jake. I didn't boot you.
No, I think
Yeah.
No, I think live called.
Oh. The gypsy heart remark. You're just fickle, wishy-washy. You can't commit yourself to one effort. You move often from one to the next. Your passion is to be creative, not the creative process. You are fucking right about that, Germ. I'll tell you
Gypsy
what.
heart.
Bravo. Yes. Yes.
that's how it is with a lot of people. You know,
There's a gypsy heart. There's a difference.
Am I in the
between
wrong
gypsy
for
and gypsy
realizing
heart.
the cheat sheet? You know what I mean? Like, it's not all about just getting in here and you could rap your ass off, put the most badass song together, but somebody else, the next person ain't gonna give a fuck.
Yep.
You got to be popping in your area. You gotta
It's the experience
build a
of
fan
doing
base. You know,
stuff.
I had a lot of fun and memories from doing that shit. Well before I met the Dark Hills gang. Yeah, I was doing the club scene shit years. I mean, C-Mock, you were probably little Mock running around as a fucking 13-year-old when I was out doing this shit.
Tell me the year, I could tell you the age.
So by the time I met you all, I'm like, I'm a lot older, and I'm like, man, I remember being that age. Dreaming big, thinking big, having high hopes.
Well,
Man,
one more
it's amazing
thing.
whenever we get older.
Yeah. One more thing before I hop up off of here. How weird has it been in y'all's neighborhood with no trick-or-treaters?
I wouldn't know.
Eerie.
We would know.
I didn't see any today.
It's been an abandoned wasteland almost in my neighborhood.
Dude,
He
I
said
went to a
abandoned wasteland.
neighborhood. I went to a
It's a
neighborhood right
shithole.
by here, though. The neighborhood that was by us, like they were handing out candy, and we had good candy, lots of it.
I still got like half a big bag of Sour Patch Kids in the kitchen. That's about all the candy I need right now.
Or are you gonna pass some out?
No, that was for me. I was gonna go to a party tonight and
He said, "No, that was for me, fam."
I was gonna go to a party tonight and get stoned off my gourd or something and take it with me and maybe hand it out there. And I was also gonna take my Reese's Cocoa Puffs and chill out, but that plan got canceled. But it is what it is.
So what? You didn't go to the fucking party after all?
There was no party. It just got canceled. Like dude said, he was too tired to have anybody out after he went to the bar, and that was all there was to say about that. Because I'm not one of those guys like, no man, you're putting together a party. That was his house, but
Earlier, I'd asked. I was like, "Should we do a Halloween show? Because it's Saturday." And it's like, "Why not?" And then she was like, "Yeah." And then by the time I got off work, 6 hours later, it's like, man, fucking, I'm
It
destroyed.
was a long night, man. Those heels killed my feet, walking the kids around. And then my little girl wanted me to carry her, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this.
Why didn't you just kick off your shoes and go flat-footed?
Because I had on fishnets.
Ooh.
I didn't want to tear a hole in the bottom of them.
You gonna catch some fish in them?
I want to catch something in them.
it's like dude says on Archer. That's how you get some kind of worms in your feet.
Yeah, I probably should have just said fuck no to this idea. But maybe there'll be something to watch later. Every YouTuber I know was doing a Halloween special. Like, I started overlooking all of them. I didn't watch any of them. I was like, fuck
Who
that.
cares?
Well, let's say not Saturday, unless I hit you up otherwise, but a week from Saturday, let's do an interview again, and I'll tell those stories, man.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Cool.
All right.
I'm gonna hop off for now, and
I'm going to sign off too.
Yeah, I was going to go ahead and shut down after Sam left anyway. Well, guys, have a happy Halloween. Or, excuse me, have a happy
Halloween.
November.
yep.
We made it, guys. We made it through Ock-fucking-tober. Now we're in
We
No
got
Shave
it.
November.
2020.
Now we're in No Bullshit November.
Yeah.
We're almost through December. And then 2021.
And I better not hear anybody say no motivation November.
Well, when I see you guys,
Get
there's going to be a
your
new
ass
president in
lit.
office.
All right, man.
Let's do this.
All right, be good.
All right.
Guys, happy Halloween. Thanks for stopping by. You know what to do. Crispy Brains out.